I am going to make an ornament, a Christmas ornament, out of these, let's see if I can find it, half dome ornaments you can get. Now, I couldn't find these at Hobby Lobby, but I did find them at Michael's. But it comes as a whole one, and you just take it apart and you use each side. So you get two out of one ornament. But anyway, I saw this ornament online, and it has some of the Stampin' Up! DSP paper, which is beautiful little snowflakes, and the Stampin' Up! Dazzling Diamonds paper. I don't know if you can see that. See how pretty that is, but it's a beautiful shimmer on this. This paper right now is on sale, so I picked up a lot of it and thought I'd make some ornaments out of it. So I am going to be putting, this is the background, and it is the Starburst Thinlits. It looks like this. Right here. And I just used, what I did was I just took my dome to determine the size, and once I put it up to it, I saw that this second one in was the one that I used, and that makes, this is actually 3 inches round, so that actually makes a perfect size for the ornament background. So what we're going to do is, this is going to be our background, and this is going to be a shaker ornament, so it's going to be full of snow, and we're going to be putting our ornament, gluing it to this. But we need to build the inside of this shaker ornament first. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Sleigh Ride Thinlits from Stampin' Up! And cut my pieces out like this. This is another Dazzling Diamond that I'm going to go ahead and use the paper for my first layer. And then I used, for my second layer, for the sleigh, I used the silver foil paper. And then I need to build my next layer with the houses. It's going to be in Whisper White, so they'll stand out in that background. And then I will layer each one of these pieces with dimensionals in the middle, so each layer stands up a little bit. Once I put it all together, it will be layered upwards. And then once I glue my dome on, all of those will be nicely built up, but then I have to fill up this dome with snow and glitter and all kinds of things. And then what you do is you put a bow here and you tie a ribbon around to hang your ornament. So I started the video after I already started cutting things up, because I don't see this a lot online, and it's something that I've been wanting to make, and I wanted to show you guys how to make it. I am not going to put the sizes of anything on this video. I am going to go ahead and attach those to my blog, so when you watch this video and this is something you want to make, don't worry, you can go to my blog. It'll give you the sizes of everything that you need, and then you can just click on shop on my blog and buy all your supplies. The Dazzling Diamonds paper, the snowflake paper, the Thinlits, the foil paper, all this can be purchased on my website with Stampin' Up! So let me go through. I haven't completely made one yet, and I'm just playing it by ear, so I'm going to make these, and I might turn this onto music and kind of go ahead and explain to you what I'm doing after the fact and dub over. But anyway, to get this section, I am just taking each little background. I've already cut the trees out of the glittery, snowy, dazzling diamonds. So what I do is I just kind of put it on the paper and see about where I want to put it. And my little horse is going to get lost in this one, but sometimes You have to use your imagination. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you how I'm making these 2 layers. Right now I just want to take this background and put some dimensionals here and stick it to the front. I just want to stick this one. Oops. Don't want to mess up my trees. Sorry if I'm out of frame. My desk is set up a little bit different this time, and my camera is really high. So I just got to figure out where I'm in frame at. So here is the first part of me layering the foiled sleigh ride to the trees. I'll put everything you need on the website, on my blog, and then you can go ahead and get what you need from there. Now with this, I think you can get 2 out of one of these round foils. What I did was I did take my circle thinlits, and I will put on there which one this one is, what size this is, and then I cut out a bunch of these foils because this is the exact size of my ornament. So once you do cut the right size of that, I just want to take, maybe I want this one here, and I just want to place on there about where I'm going to want the sleigh ride thinlet. So if I want them coming down a heel, the trees are always going to block something, but let's go ahead and put him about right there. Let's just sandwich him on. Cut him out. Let's just feed this back through. You don't need to, but I just want to get it going my direction. It actually cuts out quite nicely. Now I'm going to leave this on here. I'm going to cut my next one out of that too. So let's just take our little pokey tool here. When it's Stampin' Up paper, it really cuts out really nice. So now I've done that, and now I just want to take and put some dimensionals on here again. I'm doing several at a time. I probably should stop and just do one for you guys and get that one over with and show you how to make it. Let's take this, and I just want to take my tweezers, position it. Let's do it that way. It's going to be full of snow anyway. Little horses. Now I need, and I already have my trees, so now I'm going to do, this is how your thinlits, I put this on magnets, but this is the thinlits. It's called Sleigh Ride thinlits. Yeah, Sleigh Ride edgelets. And I'm going to go ahead and take the house. I want to make sure that I don't have any, I see a little piece of paper poked in there from a last project. You want to make sure those are clean so that they do cut your next row out nicely. Okay, now I have 2 pieces. Sorry, this video is unscripted. I had no thoughts of even making a video when I started this. Went and had some dinner and came back and thought, you know what, I should probably video this and do something about editing it later, but just to get this down on video while I'm doing it, because it's such a cute project and I don't see a lot of tutorials about this online, so I want to make sure that you guys see this while all these things are on special. Like I said, the Dazzling Diamonds paper is on special, and if you haven't seen this in person, it is a beautiful, sparkly, iridescent sparkle to it, and I'm sure I'm not doing it justice because my lighting system is all messed up in here. I wasn't prepared to set my desk up for video. Anyway, so I have cut out another circle, and this is going to be my third layer. So it will sit. I'll make sure I'm in screen. Like I said, my camera's set way back, so this is going to be my third layer. So I have my iridescent paper, my dazzling diamonds for my trees. I have silver foil for my sleigh ride, and this one I'm going to do in white for the houses, and the houses are going to be up on this direction, so I want to make sure that the house is set up enough in the background here so that they show. So let me get these all. I've been cutting out pumpkins on my cutter, and it's just every time I turn around I'm having all these orange pieces come up on my paper because I did so many pumpkins for Halloween. So let's think about doing him right there. I really need a piece of, I'm trying to see if I have a piece of tape or something here that I can take this down with, but I don't see any right offhand. I hate being ill-prepared for a video. I'm sorry, but I think if you see this, you're going to love the fact that you know how to do this. So here's my third layer. I didn't hear the pop on that. Usually it pops. And like I said, this is the first time I'm doing it as well. I saw it and I'm just trying to piece it together. How I think it would go together. You're probably going to find out that you can figure out a much easier way to put these together. So now we have our third layer, if you can see it there. So I want to take my, where did I put them? Dimensionals. I better put my die over here, I'm going to lose it. And this one, I'm just going to put a little bit up here because I want it to layer nicely and have dimension. Plus your snow is going to be falling all in there as well. I'm going to take my, how do I want my houses? Do I want them coming in at an angle like that? Oops, get in screen, Donna. Get in frame. I think I like it where the houses are kind of on a hill there. There we go. So here's our layers together. You see how the front's real shiny, then you have the foil, then you have the silhouette of the back. And this is going to go, let's find a really good dark background up against this. Look how nicely that looks. Can you see that? I'm not sure if I want this to be, I think I do. Maybe using way too many dimensionals, but I think I want this popped up too as well. Sorry if you can hear my cat in the background. She just, I don't know what it is about her in videos. She just loves to be on video. She likes to meow every time I turn on the camera. I don't know why that is. Oh, that looks nice. There we go. So that's so far. And we want to put our backing on here. You know what? I am going to put this out of the way for a moment. Got my thumb stuck in that Big Shot handle. That thing is such a sturdy, strong machine. Big Shot. I'm using something a little bit different because I have one that cuts fabric as well. I'm a quilter. But the Big Shot is on my website as well. So here we have our background, and I want to go ahead and glue this part that I've already put together here to my sparkly starburst background. because then we need to start filling this up with a bunch of glitter and stuff. So let me glue that real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. I want to go ahead and start by gluing our DSP designer specialty paper to my frosty glitter paper, my dazzling diamonds. Now you can't, I think you have to use Tombow or some kind of really strong glue to do this, because not a lot of things will stick to a glitter paper, so you really need to make sure that it's going to be a tough enough glue. I'm going to pull this to me real quick because I just have to see if I'm getting it centered or not. You have the advantage of being directly above, and I am sitting at the side here. Now I just want to set that on there to where it glues, the backing glues to the frosted sugary. This is such a sugary, snowy scene here. So we just want to, and I'm going to push it up a little bit because my dome has to fit around this bottom part. And I think that I needed to cut a little bit more. Oops. See how that just... Now, a lot of people, I have read, when they're doing this ornament, do it with a hot glue gun, and I certainly will be doing the rest of mine with a hot glue gun, but since I wasn't really set up and prepared, I'm just going to show you how to do it with some Tombow or some glue first, and then we'll try gluing it with the rest of them. I'll show on my page when they're glued with yeah, see, I think that sits a lot nicer on there. See that? I think I need a black background so you can see it. I'll show you that in just a moment. So anyway, what we need to do now is fill up our dome, or actually I'm going to take the dome off right now, and I am going to trim just a tad bit more on this side. This right here. Once I do have this on my site, when you come to my blog to get the instructions, I will have figured all this out and put that all on there for you so you don't make the same mistake I do. It looks like it has to be a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller than your dome, because these are all building up layers, and your dome actually gets smaller once you get to the top, so at the bottom layer needs to actually fit on real nicely. So what I want to do now is add some sparkly. So I am going to leave this on this spare paper here because this might get messy. I've just picked up random glitters. This is a fine, extra fine glitter. I have a Recollections, it's actually called Snow, that I'm going to be using. And then we get a little bit bigger with this bigger glitter here. And then just a little bit of this real, it's a jumbo glitter. And you could pick these up from your favorite place as well. I haven't even opened these yet, so I've got to make sure. I make a mess trying to get these off. I have a feeling I'm going to be wearing glitter tonight because this is awfully sparkly. Oof. It's all pretty though. Isn't that gorgeous? So I want this to lay as flat as possible because I'm going to really fill this up with snow. So I will go from one, and I don't think this is punched out yet, so let me get there. I'm not even going to worry about the shakers right now because, you know, I think that's quite similar to what I already have on there. and I want it to be different. So let me get some of these others. And if this takes too long, I promise I will speed this up so you... Is that supposed to punch out? That's really hard. That literally shattered in a million little pieces there. I don't know how that's supposed to punch out, but I'm sure that's not it. Well, it's not Stampin' Up, so you can't expect it to be as good a quality as Stampin' Up. Ugh. Alright. This is going to be a little bit larger glitter. And then here's our jumbo glitter, and hopefully this is a lot easier to get out than that last one just was. Maybe I should just try it this way. There we go. Ta-da! Okay. This is really iridescent, but I don't want it on my sides because I have to glue there, and you don't want any of this being stuck on a side, although it could be pretty. Okay, at this point we have this packed with glitter, and all the glitter when you hold it up is going to fall to the bottom, you know, all the snow and everything. But what we want to do is we want to get our dome on here, and this is where you're going to want to take your hot glue gun and go around the edges and then put it on, because I'm going to be doing this with Tombow right now, and I can tell you right now it's going to take forever to dry. So I'm wondering if I should get my... I'm going to pause this. I'm going to get my hot glue gun out. I want you to see how that works. Actually, I want to see how that works because, like I said, I've never done one of these before either. So let's learn together. Hold on just a moment for me. Okay, and I am back. I have my hot glue gun nice and hot. And I am going to move this out of the way because I want to go ahead and heat around the edges. Layer, put a layer of glue down. Notice I can't talk and do this at the same time for some reason. Takes a steady hand for that glue gun. Okay, I got a little bit of glue on there. That's too much, but we're going to be putting... I gotta find the top of my... We're going to be putting a ribbon on that anyway, so it's not going to really show. Find the top of your ornament, which you can't really see, so maybe it's a good idea when you're putting this down, put a little arrow right here where your top is. So we're just going to stick that on there. Make sure that we have it on all the way around. Now, if you want to use regular glue, you can certainly do that, but you're going to be sitting here and waiting for this to dry, so you just have to come back like the next day. Ooh, and I see that some of this needs some more help adhering. So let's just take this around the edge here. Make sure we get a nice seal. And this is where you can wrap your Stampin' Up! Silver ribbon all the way around here so this isn't going to show. I'm running out of glue here. You just want to make sure everything is a nice tight seal. Next one I'm probably going to try and see what I can do to make that look a lot neater and nicer. But like I said, we're going to be putting silver ribbon around that. But this is what, once you let it fall down, it looks like that. Really, really pretty. You see all your snow all around in there? Shimmering and shiny. A lot of people have said that they put a sentiment at the bottom, but why? You have snow there and it's going to cover it anyway. So let's get this finished off and pretty by taking some of our silver ribbon from Stampin' Up. This is your 1/8 ribbon. And I'm just going to go all the way around my ornament and then top it off with a little bow. But first I'm going to go ahead and take some of the, where is it, cording, which is the silver cording trim from Stampin' Up, right here. They have this in silver and gold, but I'm just going to go ahead and take and put mine through this little hole. Tie it off. I want a nice neat end, so I want to cut my extra pieces here. So this is just so that you can hang your ornament. So now I'm going to go ahead and finish off all the edges where I just glued all of this and it's not nice and pretty. We're going to hide that with ribbon all around the edges, like that. And then we will take at the end and glue our little bow at the top. And there's your little shaker ornament. And you can see all the snow just falling all in there. So let me make this nice and neat, and I'll be right back and show you the finished product, okay? Hold on just a moment. So I wanted to just take the background off, and I have a messy desk here. Not the best surface, but it is black so you can see the ornament a little bit better, and we will zoom up on it. I went ahead and put ribbon all around the edges, and then I did take our cording and the ribbon on top. And I'll show you this a little bit better here. So here it is with all the snow shaking around, and then as the snow settles, it just looks like a beautiful snowy winter scene.